That's a good one. Is something on it? Huh? Is something on it? Huh? You like the smell? You like the smell? You gotta go ahead and change up the mile out of this one, mile out of this one. Which I should have took it out for you, but that's me being lazy. Iodine, radioaction, test something for microliters, triple strength. got that big one over there. It's that one. It's going to be 12, 15, 16. 34. Papa. You want to be silvered out. So some of y'all don't know I drink coffee. I don't drink coffee that you drink. So I shot these people up. Hold on. Because I've been drinking it for... Anyway, I've been drinking this stuff for like about 2.5, 3 months. And it's coffee, but it's not. Some of y'all seen the psyllium coffee, the stuff that I have that's plant-based. It doesn't really do nothing, but it doesn't hurt your prostate and all that. Men and women, it doesn't mess with your uterus. But I've been using this for the last 2.5. This is going on 2.5 months, about almost 3 months. Bruh. Now, when you first take it, you're supposed to do it twice a day. I just been drinking it one. If it builds up, it builds up slow, and it is delicious. I actually add a little organic Miss Beesworth honey. Oh. I usually don't drink it on here, but seeing how I just got back in, because I got a message that I received a couple of books. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna kind of show you one. The other one I'm not gonna show you, because you didn't fucking help me buy it. And it's not some of the ones that I'm waiting on. Like, out of the few that I've received, like, what the hell? So come to find out, we got the FBI. They've been moving around in different houses. Ain't nobody over here making meth. What are they doing? Being stupid. I have nothing against them, but being stupid as usual. So this is a book of about 6 or 7 books. This is the second one that I received. And when I get them all, I might just do a fucking reading completely. And I told y'all about it already. I had a couple of them on PDF. The whole book in its entirety is pretty damn expensive. You motherfuckers are $2, 2.50 cheap, too cheap to, not the ones who've been donating to help me buy the goddamn book. So I'm not in a rush to try and get. I mean, I could just go ahead and break a stack and no. So this guy today didn't come through Prime. I had to order it elsewhere. A little fucking expensive too. And yes, I bought this fucking book, not you. You didn't help me, but I'm definitely going to read it to y'all to help y'all out with a little more Tartarian world history. Nobody else is reading it. Trust me. They even had to do corrections because it was like, Mr. Branch, we want to get this book to you. Yeah, okay. Because we know you published it. Oh, shut up. Just, I'd like to get the book. I want to go to the fucking P.O. box. I don't want nobody coming to my door with a fucking book. Because they tried to play that. It's got to come to your house bullshit. It's not explosive. It's not a lower upper. It's got to go to an FFL. An upper comes to the house, but a lower has to go to FFL. It's not tannerite, to which I can buy and I know how to fucking make. You know what I mean? Tannerite's very easy to make anyway. I hope this doesn't cut into anything while I'm reading to y'all, because you be sitting here and hear the commode. So yeah, 2 of these. I'm waiting on 5 more. So let's get into it. Oh God, yes, definitely. So how's your day going? Lady at the post office. It's just another Monday. I says, yeah. How about working 7 days a week for months at a time, even up to a year? I don't see no days, man. Just like I don't see no time. And the guy behind me, that's a good way of looking at it. There's nothing good about it. I respond when I'm communicating and I say something. I don't care about people's opinions. They're your opinions. It's not about me caring about your. If you need somebody to care about your opinion, then you shouldn't have an opinion based on shit. So, does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. So, I'm not going to read the poems. I would like to, but I'm not going to. Because they're really, really nice. I love poetry. I read the one yesterday because I wanted you to hear what was said as far as the visions. I just find it very refreshing to hear such poetry. Now, the historical notes, I'll definitely go over that. And so when we get to the end of William Cooper, then I'll come back over and I'll give you a little bit of the historical notes in the Custodians of Time, okay? So I know people are starting to put things together. Doesn't mean that we're correct or we're right. It just means, you're starting to put together little pieces of puzzles. Big Pontiac had a nice little live going, but I had to run out to the range, So I was on there, rode with him, and I think he called me, but I was driving. I'm not, You want to know? Let me tell you what's in this first, please. Well, I'll tell you at the end. I'm gonna send them another note because I would love for them to sponsor me because I really, really enjoy their coffee. I'm like, holy smack, and it's far than way less than half the percentage of caffeine, but it's not caffeine. It's the natural, what you call the bioflavonoids and stuff of the mushrooms. Of course, lion mane's in there, and then I make chaga root before I go to bed, or I make clove tea, which is hot water with about 8 cloves dropped into it and let it steep. Man, your gut, listen to me. I was pooting and farting for the last couple of nights. I had a little sickness where I had diarrhea. Look, diarrhea is number constipation, people. Just to let you know, learned that in the medical field. And I was like, what? Anyway, it's true. And I was just a poop, and it didn't stink and nothing like that. But I was like on guard every time I woke up like, what? I ain't no diaper. I ain't old. Like, what the hell? Okay. Oh yeah. It's that's that rise, that chaga root, and that clove tea. Let me tell y'all something about that clove. You put about 12 cloves. No, don't use the ground stuff's kind of hard unless you've got a way to percolate and to a strainer, organic, natural, or whatever, without the bleaching and stuff. But other than that, which that is really strong, you don't drink that before you go to bed. But about 8 to 12 cloves in about 8 ounces of hot water. Let it steep for about 5 to 10 minutes. It gets a little colored in there. Your gut feels so much friggin' better. You hear me now? Listen to me. Now, don't go mixing a whole bunch of things up. Don't go drinking rise coffee and then clove tea, and your body is not adequate or adapted to doing that when you've been drinking sody pops and you've been going out to get your cokes and your jokes and your rums and all that, and especially you've been drinking a lot of liquor. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stop drinking alcohol. Give yourself a reprieve for about 4 or 5 days. That rise coffee, and for those of you who've had it, you know what I'm talking about. But if you only drink it once or twice, nigga, you don't know the benefits of it. Okay? Clove tea, excellent. Friggin' excellent. And I know y'all saw the post I put out there about the saline solution. It's an ex-nurse from Texas over here. She was saying, I don't trust shit. I don't even trust the saline solution, which is supposed to be partial sea salt, and water, spring water. Oh, well, no minerals. You're not supposed to have minerals when it comes to rehydration. So they say. We know opposite, but it's the medical field. They're not there they're not to cure you or to heal you. But she says, I believe they're pumping mRNA because who's packaging the shit? So I said, well, you know what? I never really thought about it, so I Googled it. Well, you know who owns Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and all that other shit, right? What's funny is this Omicron bullshit that's affecting the heart and lungs like every goddamn thing else, part of the agenda for those of you who read. Now, I don't shuck my teeth at this. Seeing the people who got, like I said, heat stroke and all that kind of shit, needed rehydration, all of a sudden came down with clots, blood clots and shit. So, what are you to do? Stay hydrated, people. Be mindful of where you go. Carry a couple of extra 5-gallon gallons of gas in your truck or your van or your vehicle. Okay? Serious. And carry you some goddamn water. And if you got to, if it's bottled water, add some Himalayan salt and a little bit of lime. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Just minerals. Because that's how you refresh yourself. Okay? Don't alkalinize everything, because that's just stupid. Then you fuck your stomach's alkalinity. You fuck your stomach's acid up, which is 6 or several different acids, because now you got the acid, the alkalinization, deadening the acid's performance. Okay, so be smart. So anyway, at the end, I'm gonna read. Like I said, let me go ahead and pull that up. Historical notes, and it's just what I would consider an end. Of just a reestablishment. That's all. All right. So let's go ahead. And we're going to start right off with Terra Infinita, Extraterrestrial Worlds, and Their Civilizations. A story told by the woman who was born in the lands behind the ice walls. No confusion, no sconfanum, and you already know the brother at an end, Claudio Naselli. Okay? And Alicia and C. Hey, Rondo, Charles, what's going on, beloveds? The Chief Dog Bull, Original Long, what's going on, beloved? Scott, Big Pontiac. All right, all right. Oh, what's going on, beloved? Good to see y'all. Still, what's going on, nice son? All right, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I appreciate y'all all calling in. ABJR, what's going on, beloved? Yeah, you beat everybody, cuz. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this reading right quick. I'm not going to read a whole lot. Excuse me. This Rise Coffee is it's absolutely phenomenal, y'all. So yesterday we read Lands of the Custodians and Anunnaki Lands. Excuse me. Today we're going to get into the Lands of Venus. You know that women are from Venus, men are from Mars shit. There's a lot of New Age history. That's not really New Age, it's old, but it was moved, the Pan-African movement. Who brought it? Who designed it? Who created it? I don't know. I didn't research it because I don't really care about it. But with a woman has always existed based on the X chromosome. But the problem I have with that is that for those who push that with the Ankh and everything, and then they talk Anunnaki, this, that, and the other, if you're talking about Enlil, Anon, and all of them, then you understand that there were more chromosomes. So the Y has a purpose, right? The X cannot exist without the Y. I don't care what anybody pushes with all that, because a lot of y'all are retarded, especially in the liberal states. No, you are. I don't care. Okay? The thing is, most of y'all don't really understand the dynamics behind all that shit. You just take it, accept it for its face value as it's pushed. And the people who have that silver tongue to make it sound so complicated, unbeknown to you, when it's natural order. So the woman has always existed. The first to step on the soil. But who is the man? If I wanted you to go out into the field and I wanted to know where the enemy was so I can subdue the enemy, wouldn't I be tracking a horseshoe figure around the queen? And the king would encircle those waiting to pounce on the queen? And the queen being a match herself to be able to stave off while the kings subjugate? Like, be smarter than the fields that you think you move in. Okay? Be smarter than the fields you think you move in, because a whole lot of people spew a whole lot of shit. Lands of Venus. The original beings of these lands, also called Venusians, and unlike those of Mars, they survived all colonization. But how? It is still not known for sure how these beings were able to make fun of the brutal colonization they suffered long before the custodians took the known lands. According to some legends within the giant race, the first humans thought to make contact with the original Venusians in order to form a block against the colonizers and thus learn from each other. This happened in the beginning, just before the custodians took the first humans by surprise, and they ended up being colonized in the walled lands. Now, there are theories that some of the early humans who started in the lands of Asgard, Lemuria, and Atlantis, in conjunction with a portal connection to Hyperborea, may have escaped before the first custodial attack and possibly settled in the lands of Venus, becoming the Venezuelans. And the Venezuelans, God, I can't stand that goddamn word. Venezuelans are beings who base their technology purely and exclusively for spiritual development and benefit on their path of ascending or transcending internally, and they did not possess weapons of destruction for attack and defense. This the custodians saw as easily accessible. Once they penetrated their world environment, they thought that everything would be simple in those lands. The surprise came when the custodians set foot on the lands of Venus and a great storm hit this circle environment very suddenly. They did not take note of it, and at that time, as they thought, it was the weather there. But as the days passed, they saw that the storm never receded, and they could not find a single Venusian on the surface. The storms never ceased until the last custodian did not cross the dome to the outside. Now, with custodial technology, they began to notice that the Venusians were underground in bunkers of a technology hitherto unknown to them. And the storm raging up there on the surface was truly devastating. The trustees gathered to come to the decision soon, and they were not going to stay there much longer. Doesn't that remind you of the story of the Haitian War with the French? How the men were suffering, and so the women started to chant, and all the Frenchmen, niggers, and pale skins alike, because always the niggers go first, and then here come the pale skins, right? Teeth started falling out. They started dropping dead literally on the battlefield. They wanted to sum it up to gases and natural things and some medicine they put together, concoction, threw into the air or lobbed in the air with exploding bombs that made the men just drop dead and in fear, some with their eyes wide open, standing still. Oh, it's based on facts, people. When I tell you you're capable and they hide these things, you have a hard time accessing it, right? Anywho. In fact, many trustees started revolts and didn't see the point in dying up there. Things got pretty complicated for the leaders. Many saw it as a failure, and others thought of returning at another time. But true to their history, they did not give in, and many custodians died on Venus. Even a very important leader is said to have fallen in those distant lands. The conquest of Venus for the custodians was a failure. In fact, they did not fight against the Venezuelans, who did not possess weapons. If they had them, I think it would have been a crushing defeat for them. Now, when the story was known in other circle environments, they tried to initiate it, but with disastrous results. And later, we will comment on that point. That means the spiritual, meditation, grounding, and so much more. Self-walking into self, controlling the narrative of your dream, jumping from dream to dream of remembrance. Those are exercises, people. Fasting, coming together, humming. This is why they don't want you to come together. And a lot of y'all are slothful. Hell, I even found the real GoFundMe for them people in case they was getting locked up. They ain't getting locked up, though. So I was going to donate about $40, $50. Say, hey, man, you keep them boys out of jail. I don't give a damn who it is. Hey, man, it is what it is. To see them come together, staff, workers, not the one goofy nigga police. With the rest of them, yeah, there's other security and police, yeah, they was like, good job. Yeah, I salute them. Now, whether goofy nigga looking stupid, probably ex-sergeant or something in the Army. Anyway, not knocking my Army brothers. Not knocking my Army brothers, but this is a reality. It may be a fucking Marine who just thinks he's the shit. Branch off the Navy, shut up. Anywho, let's go ahead and finish reading. Anyway, Surround a circle and anyway, here we go. The technology that the Venusians had been developing was not overnight. It was years and years of progress, and those bunkers had everything. High-level subway connections, the custodians tried to block and even destroy the area with explosives and missiles. But for each attempt, many custodians died because the areas near the bunkers were also full of explosives and other technology that hindered even the approach. A custodial leader, already at the end of his failed invasion, met with a Venusian leader. As it was feared that the custodians might try to blow up the entire surrounding circle in retaliation, no one really knows what was discussed or what happened that day. But the custodians left the lands of Venus in the worst way, with heavy casualties and a defeat to their credit. We know because the Venusians themselves told us that in this meeting, besides pleading for peace in their lands, they would have asked for the liberation of the humans, which was totally rejected. Tomorrow, maybe later, I might come on. I said it twice and I didn't because busy reading and sleep after taking the day off from reading. The lands of Draco was pretty interesting. Okay, and that will be the next. Okay, and that's chapter 6. Pretty friggin' interesting. Even when I read it now, after reading it 4, 5, 6 times, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That is some good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him again and say, hey man, look. You know, probably get a couple of extra bags and stuff. I love this. I can actually, when I'm fasting, I can drink that. Do my mushroom little banana because of magnesium and potassium. Because when you're fast, depending on how large you are, sometimes you're carrying a little heavy weight, your bones are a little dense. You gotta have certain things. I'm not saying that you can't just completely not eat nothing. You can do that for however long you want. Me, on the other hand, when I cramp very, very bad, y'all. No, beyond what you can comprehend. So, shit. A little bit of coconut water, a ganeo, and a little mushroom or blue spirulina, one or the other. Sweet. And it's gone. But usually after about 12, 14, maybe 16 hours not eating nothing. But I always have this cup of coffee. You know what I mean? On those days of fasting, I do my best not to drink no tea at all. But that rice mushroom coffee, I'm ecstatic whenever I wake up. I'm like, no, wait. You gotta wait till about 12, 1 o'clock before you have it. Let's go ahead and get into original history of ancient America. No wonder where I'm pooping out. Yeah. Okay. That's right. What's up, Bubba? You need to go outside and get some sun. You want to go outside and get some sun? There's 3 digits out there. You want to go outside? Okay. As long as you don't go smell them dog places, tell them because you got me twisted. Anyway, George Jones, An Original History of Ancient America. You know I have like 3 different books on this, and every one of them is a little different. Okay? No, they're all friggin' different. This is the one I have that I never opened up, and I actually ordered another one, right? And got it. And it's a hardcover. Every one of them is different. A little bit. It's like revisions or something. But this is the original. It is proved, we submit, that the sculpture in many parts, and especially in Uxmal, partakes of the Grecian character, while the architecture is that of the Egyptian. Now this is a nice distinction, but it enables us to strengthen our belief that Egypt, as a nation, could not have been the builders, but they must have been a people. Now in parentheses it states, we repeat it to impress it on the mind of the reader. And having a knowledge of the Nile and her edifices, to this may be joined a people having a knowledge also of the Greeks. Since the sculpture at Uxmal is Grecian in design, and the Tyrians possess this intercourse relationship with the land. But it is possible that some few Greeks may have been of the colony landing on the American coast. before the Christian era. Yeah, hundreds of thousands and hundreds of thousands of years before, you fucking retards, that they may have gladly embraced the occasion as the only means of escaping death at the fearful event which caused the migration. Now, from the same cause, a few Egyptians may have escaped and joined the colony in the same manner. The strangers on the island of Tyrus would probably be those who had arrived by water from a distance, and Egypt was one part of commerce, for the Aegina another, and ambitious of maritime fame. Now, Aegina is selected for more than one reason. It was an island in direct intercourse with Tyrus, and the Aegeans were renowned for their general knowledge of the art of ornamental sculpture, but not on so grand a scale as that of Athens. Now, Aegeans are not Athenians. They're two different people, but we know them to be one and the same. Of course, you know, Pelicans have to break up history, and they have to change everything, and they have to equip and put themselves in there with all of them. Athenians, Aegeans, they were all niggas. Negroes. I don't give a fuck how anybody feels. Now, the Aegeans were called, check this out, myrmidons, or emmets. From their patience, like Emmett Hill almost, yes. Patient perseverance in the art of agriculture and other employments. And thence, the tortoise became their national emblem. The tortoise, that's right. The slow but sure progress of that shellfish, being a symbol, they call the tortoise a shellfish, y'all. A symbol of their industry. It formed a double emblem, visual, as far as of their industry and marine character. Now, it will be remembered that the ruins of Uxmal display four turtles in stone sculpture. Y'all have seen it? It's literally a wonderful, magnificent sculpture. And one was found detached and buried in the ruins of Copan. Now, Aegina was the first nation that coined money and issued medals. Athens often applied to Aegina for the execution of both. See the two difference? Now, the chief symbol of the coin of Aegina was the turtle. I'm going to sit there with that tortoise shit. And for the reasons stated above, now in Mexican America, an ancient coin or medal has been found with the symbol of the tortoise, on it, turtle. It may have been buried by a citizen of Aegina, one of the colonies, or by a Tyrian who possessed a coin of the island rival. But most probably the first proposition is correct. They don't have a fucking clue. It's not. That it was possessed by a native of Aegina, for at Uxmal the tortoise is there in sculpture, and the entire facades, interior and exterior, are filled with ornaments a la Greek antique, and especially that of the running square or meander border. Now, for those who are aware of in the Atlantic, there's great grand cities all the way down in the depths. It's all over. When the fake ass government started mapping this shit, they hid. They just don't want nobody to know about it. And you remember the story? I have a story to tell. We came to these lands. We were never on these lands. We came to these lands from a great civilization that split up. If you want to know the true narrative of fucking Babel, before any peck or whatever existed. Pale-skin, excuse me. And yeah, it's just like that. Now, there were some other people of very lighter shade, much light, but not like what you think. And we were stupid, and there were those of us who, like I said, a myriad of deception. When you walk into the void of darkness, Jannah, things come out of that. And there's our people who walked in there, and things came out of it. And they took the great sciences and everything we had, and they did things and manipulated and created things. They worked with things we knew not to. And the cult movements began. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. And especially that of the running square or meander border. While the buildings themselves bear no analogy to those of Attica. Attica. Thus proving almost to demonstration that Grecian artists were authors of the sculpture, Tyrians the architects, of the entire edifices, while those of Egypt were authors of the architectural basis. So that's all three right here. Who would want to figure that out and not have knowledge in it? Those who have no knowledge of the truth of the lands. Are you paying attention now? Because I know that you want to believe in aliens. Fuck, you are the alien. But them motherfuckers, they latecomers. Put to a task, like a fucking test. You know, you can only subdue people when they're comfortable and welcoming. The reader may think that this is the refinement of investigation, but it is such as truth and perseverance have authorized, and the historic importance of the subject demands. That's them asserting their opinions based on the knowledge and what they researched, even though they dismissed the first guy, Stevens, who was an idiot. Probably the fucking cabal of Russian Christians before they even became something of a venue, but you want to say Masonic or cultic, to hide our truth of history. Yet they are giving you face while defacing or devaluing it as well. But even though early on in the book it says the continent was Negroes, it says it in very first couple of chapters. For anybody that has a hard time accepting another pale skin derivative giving the fucking narrative of ancient America. And we already broke down how a lot of our people became very, very pasty. Not all, but goddamn a lot of them run around here with their little fake ass history and everything. And I don't bite my tongue. All shades were here. But there's a group that are portraying themselves that every bit of them is a made up history and ideology and narrative. And they have manipulated, changed the facet, and did things that we would have never done in the past. Because it was unnecessary. The beauty was in everybody existing how they existed. And it was without ideology of race, ethnicities, and all this other goofy shit. I can't wait to get the other five. So when I read these motherfuckers to you, I'm going to read non-goddamn stop. Let's get ahead and get into the Mr. William Cooper and Behold the Pale Horse. It's the man that the goofy ass dumb motherfuckers, one Spanish or Asian or still something like that, and the other one, but I think both of them was goofy motherfuckers who murdered him. Yeah. Dumb asses. We'll do the job. Oh, that's delicious. Okay. So we left off with Eisenhower, 1953, and all that. Let's pick right on up. As far as the MJ-12. Remember the Majestic? Okay. Nelson Rockefeller and all that shit. Anyway, it was Nelson's uncle, Winthrop Aldrich, who had been crucial in convincing Eisenhower to run for president. Now the whole Rockefeller family and with them, the Rockefeller Empire had solidly backed Ike. That means Eisenhower. Excuse me, Eisenhower. To which belonged heart and soul to the Council on Foreign Relations and the Rockefeller family. You can see pictures with them. Asking Rockefeller for help with the alien problem was to be the biggest mistake Eisenhower ever made for the future of the United States and maybe for humanity. How many of y'all saw Rockefeller with Plecker, Garvey, and Hal Celeste in the background with his head like this? I just want to, you know what? I would love for the pan fries to come over here instead of looking, not liking nothing. I'd like for you to respond. Go and dig. Go and get one of them goofy motherfuckers. Baba, goofy fuck. And a little homosexual, you know? Jabaruka. A fucking Wookiee nigga. And have them come over so they can break it all down, all with their bullshit. Anyway. Within 1 week of Eisenhower's election, he had appointed Nelson Rockefeller chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee on Government Organizations. Rockefeller was responsible for planning the reorganization of the government. Listen to this, the reorganization of the government. I call it government. Gory. Yeah, anyway, government. Something he had dreamed of for many years. New Deal programs went into one single cabinet position called the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. And when the Congress approved the new cabinet position in April 1953, Nelson was named to the post of Undersecretary to Aveda Hobby. Google that shit. Now, in 1953, astronomers discovered large objects in space that were tracked moving toward the Earth. It was first believed that they were asteroids. So you already know. For those who don't know, let me help you out some. And I want you to Google this. I want you to go 7 miles up and tell me what you see as far as Google Earth. Then I want you to go 20 miles up. I want you to go to the Esprit, to where they can't pass through. The sun and moon are below that. There is no outer fucking space. When you go to the Esprit, the red lightning and shit that's for some reason always moving up there, that's the membrane. That's part of the fucking other part that's a membrane. As above, as below, not so below. Because you have magma and all this other things going on in certain particular places, heat and all this other stuff, and a whole lot of energy that you don't get to see, that is literally at least 24 miles down. There is electricity and energy banging like a motherfucker in the earth, in certain parts. Go into the deepest parts of the ocean and tell me what kind of animals you see, and then tell me if you could touch the motherfuckers. They've lied to y'all for so goddamn long, and y'all just suck it up. Anyway, again, in 1953, astronomers discovered large objects in space that were tracked moving toward the Earth. Probably some watchers. That the objects could only be spaceships. Yeah. Project Sigma, look into it, intercepted alien radio communications, and when the objects reached the Earth, they took up a very high geosynchronous orbit. Around the equator. That's the 68 parallel, right? There were several huge ships, and their actual intent was unknown. I believe there are other great ships. That I do. Project Sigma and a new Project Plato, through radio communications using the computer binary language, were able to arrange a landing that resulted in face-to-face contact with alien beings from another planet. This landing took place in the desert. The movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind is a fictionalized version of the actual events, which they had to build on the Vatican fake-ass name, Devil's what? Mountain, which is a grand tree stump, no matter what these motherfuckers say it is. Okay? A hostage was left with us as a pledge that they would return and formalize a treaty. In the meantime, a race of humanoid aliens landed at Homestead Air Force Base in Florida and successfully communicated with the United States government. This group warned us against the race orbiting the equator and offered to help us with our spiritual development. They demanded, the Hathamathers, they demanded that we dismantle and destroy our nuclear weapons as the major condition, and they refused to exchange technology, citing that we were spiritually unable to handle the technology we already possess, which is a fact. These overtures were rejected on the grounds that it would be foolish to disarm in the face of such an uncertain future. There was no track record to read from. It may have been an unfortunate decision. As I told you, there's nothing new about nuclear, thermal bomb, all that shit. They've been here finding out the shit that we had of old to fight the enemies, which I've been reading to you for a while. I'm going to have great capabilities. When I told you the moon satellite is pop marked with an ancient war, a lot of you have a hard time believing it. But here it is right above us. It ain't as big as you think it is. And it shows you we struck out at that motherfucker and fucked it up. And here you are with a bunch of sick motherfuckers that like weird shit that you believe is fake. And they tell you all the time these motherfuckers are sick. They do sick shit with children besides the ones that steal away to groom, to make them to come out here and wear costumes and walk around you, who don't know nothing about no constitutions, no Bill of Rights, no none of that shit, and are trained to fucking kill, in better shape than you, in better condition, but you have no fucking clue, do you? Because you have a hard time listening to those of us who may have a little insight on some shit. But it's starting to make sense, isn't it? No, I'm reading. I'm coming back. We're gonna read again because I want to read another book. I want to read something to you. We finished about 8. Finished quite a few, but this is some good information too. And I want to get back into the science of the sacred secretion. I actually read it. I mentioned it earlier, and then I went and dug the book out. Well, got it from upstairs, and I was like, I'm gonna read something out of there. So I went and highlighted a couple of things. One thing you might find instrumental, and we're gonna do that a little later. Right now, I'm gonna sit back and let this rise mushroom coffee do its thing. Take a head break. Read a couple of things, to highlight a couple of things. Get this mylar, and hang it up where I need to hang it up at. Everything has a purpose. All right. So what was that? Solve with an EBE. Yeah. Max B. Jeep Dark Pool. Man, I got you, brother. Love it. Yeah. What's going on, families? Appreciate you guys. Like I said, you can still donate, still buying books. I'm just not going to buy a whole lot of them with my fiat. I mean, I still do. Every once I come across a book, I'm like, oh shit, let me get that one. Matter of fact, I just ordered one yesterday. What was the name of the book I ordered yesterday? I'm still waiting on a handful of books, guys. Look, I just, everything, notifications come to my phone, SMS, or I go to my Gmail, and it says, books on the way, and I'm going, and I'm looking at the date when I ordered, and I'm going, you got to be fucking kidding me. It is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? It's got to go all the way across. I'm not going to sit here waiting for that. Let me see if I can pull it up on here. Right here. Okay. Oh, it's doing the same thing. See, it's zipping, all right? Even though that's right there. That's a old light I purchased. 7 months ago. Third one. I had to send one back. And it works. Y'all see, it works. Actually, this is one of them. This is not the one that's on here. This is one of the ones that the Key 1A. Fabulous. I just have to order some more batteries though. It's phenomenal with the touchpad and everything like that. Okay, let me see here. Even the ACOG that I ordered off of Amazon was actually more than ordering off of goddamn Optics Planet. I felt so stupid when I ordered it because I have the $15 Prime membership. That's the only reason why I don't have to pay for it. Anyway, shipping, all that shit. But the next time I go to Optics Planet to get my ACOG. But that was like over a year ago. But I just don't take certain rifles out because I have everything. I'm not into that. You know, people with egos and shit get all into that. Like, nigga, please. Okay, here we go. Updates coming through. It's slowing down. Hex, Amazon, Hume, okay. Friday, estimated delivery Friday. Yeah, this book, you're gonna like it. So I should get it Friday. When I get it Friday, I'm definitely gonna show this. It only cost that much, and I paid $15 for the motherfucker. It went down in price. Anyway, whatever. Went down like by $3. I guess nobody's bought. I bought the motherfucker. So Friday I will share it with you. I should have 2 other books here tomorrow or Wednesday. Well, 3 other books. And hopefully those other several books will come through instead of coming in 2 and 3 like I've been getting them. And so I don't want you to see it. Oh, goddamn. So like I said, it'll be here Friday. And let me see the other one. This one's from Abe's. Okay, now that'll be here tomorrow. This is all right. Human, down, excellent. God damn, you know, I'm gonna turn off all these notifications. They are just the worst things. So the book on Beethoven, that should be here. Yeah, that should be here also next Tuesday on the Beethoven. And Hex. Okay, if you're in here West Side, this is the red dot that I'm going to change and put on the echelon. This is the Hex TM Dragonfly Red Dot 3.5 MOA. Now it's about $300, but I already ordered it. It's about $250, something like that. That's the one that is like, I could drop it from here and shit like that. That one on there right now is durable, but it's not the best to go dropping all over the place. I want something that is sturdy, and that right there is the banger. So that's the one that's going to go on this. Let me empty it. What, man? What you got, dog? You just looking at me all retarded? So this right here, as you know, about 160, 175 is the CT, BMCA. This is durable, but that is actually recommended for this. So I put this on here because when the guys come, this one shoots so goddamn. It tops like an alien. It actually handles like an alien, which I shot, but it's not over a $2,000-$3,000 gun, which I'm grateful for. But this one right here, oh yeah, pling, 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 ting, ting, ting. Tink, 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 tink. I love it. I'm gonna get another echelon, y'all. I want to carry 2 of them motherfuckers. That's right. I could change it over to this way, ambidextrous, like that. You goddamn 20 rounds. That means 40 motherfucking rounds. A total of 80 plus 2 extra clips. So yeah, 160. Oh, whatever the fuck. 130, I mean. 2 extra for each one. And at 100 yards, it's fabulous. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's fabulous. The red dot is always on. Okay? It's lined up. Red dot is always on. But when this is covered up, it decreases, and the photo set, whatever, it goes off. So, and I love the way it handles. Oh yeah, it's loaded. Ladies, if you want a big one, the echelon, but listen to me. There ain't no safety. Booger finger off the trigger is the only safety that I respect. Okay, some of y'all might need about 5, 6 different eye and fingerprint safety on your shit. That's the way I like them. So anyway, I appreciate you guys taking what was on. That trigger, Rondo. Tell them about that trigger, bro. First hand right there. Yo, I appreciate you, family. Tell them about that T-Mac New York. What's going on, beloved? Tell them about that trigger, bro. That reset is like a fucking hair. Like, it's right there. That's why I said, no, I didn't try and bump shoot it yet. I'm going to do it. Don't worry. I might do a recorder where I bump fire it. But I gotta have a second one. That's about 700, 600 something, almost 700. I get 10% off, but 700 handgun, it is fucking worth it. Through and through. Unless somebody's getting a deal somewhere, you see where they're trying to do some kind of this fucking liberal motherfuckers. They forgot what government was about. That shows you that infiltration is real. It's not some made up shit. 1,000% motherfucking tax on buying. Man, they could suck a dick. Them be the first faggots running, or they don't care. That's how sick and perverted they are. You gotta barely release it. Talk about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? C-Mac, it's good to see you, beloved. All of you, actually. But the trigger release is fucking stupid. It's just like this right here. This one right here with the See, y'all seen these. That's why I keep showing them. This one right here, Basar. This has got some weight to it. This motherfucker got the same thing with the trigger right on here. Now I'm not going because it's loaded. I can make let me make it YouTube friendly and safe. Okay. Sorry about that. No, I said sorry. I didn't mean for the bullet to hit you. It popped out. That's when it kicks it out. You don't want to be standing me shooting this, man. I'm gonna hit you in your head, your neck, and your brow, and your drawers. And the brass is gonna be, hey, your ass dancing like you got popcorn in your stuff. This trigger right here, let me show you. Now look at this. It seemed like it's hard. It ain't even a pound to pull. Reset. Check it out. It's right there. Right there. God damn it. Right there. It's right there. This is right. You see, it seems like I'm moving a lot. I'm not. It's right there. That's it. That's that. You can't. You think it's a lot, but it's not. Now, if I let it all the way forward, right? See, that's where the brake is. Safety off. It comes all the way forward. Pull. Reset right there. See that? Now let it all the way forward. But the reset is right there. It's like, yo, yeah, you know, I do a little something. But on the echelon, I ain't do shit. This trigger is a Glock trigger. Because the Glock 21, that 45, that motherfucker, you got long stroke that damn trigger. And I changed it out. And I was like, I put it back in there. I said, I like it because I run it on the Mic-Mac. And I don't have no problem pulling no goddamn trigger. With the boom, I'll come right back on you. So I put the lesser one, which is about a pound and a half, in this motherfucker. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, I gotta change it up. Change it up, baby. Yep, this is dead, so we gotta change it. Good to know. Real easy to charge. Circle it, go upstairs, put it in a little thing, and it'll be good. But anyway, phenomenal. And he could tell you about this one too. It shoots like dynamo. All right. I don't need to load it anyway. Safety on. So women, get your motherfucker with a couple of safeties. That's a safety right there. Okay? And that's a safety. Okay? And the biggest number one safety is this. Off. And it goes for you brothers too, because y'all shooting each other. Y'all shooting yourselves like retarded. Like y'all retarded now these days. I don't know what's going on. Not that SIG piece of shit that's just shooting for no fucking reason. I don't know who made that. And when SIG got the idea to make some crazy stuff like that. But anyway, so the Hex Dragonfly Red Dot Sight, 3.5 MOA, that's what I'm gonna put on there. That one, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it on my Glock, my Glock 43X. When the new upper comes in, that has for the Gen 5, that has the upper where I can put it on there. When I change that upper out, which is gonna be green, and that's about that. So that's for 2A stuff. Of course, I'll probably do a video talking about that stuff. So we put on Orthodox American Arms, some other stuff. I don't like getting into that stuff, but for the channel, I'll do that. And some other things that I actually talk about, the importance of doing as far as medic packs, different things to stop your, depending on where you live at, to stop in case you get a gunshot wound, certain plants you can use to sew yourself together, or somebody can sew you together after they numb you with a certain plant. I would literally like to get into that kind of stuff as far as survival. So you saw me break out, I got like tons of model. And if you have an EMF problems, people being thermally nosy, hang it up on your fucking wall with thumbtacks. Yes. Order you a whole bunch of this shit. Get you a bunch. I got big ass sheets over there. They're big fucking blankets. And just hang the motherfuckers up. You live there, right? You don't want somebody looking through your shit with thermals and everything. Put it on your fucking ceiling. Double it up. You want to make an EMP-proof thing to put a car battery, some electronic devices, radios, cell phones that you're not using that take chips, that AM/FM radio. Get you a big-ass tin can, garbage can, with a lid. Get you some aluminum or silver duct tape, the metal kind of shit. Lock that bitch down. Get you some cardboard boxes. Put the same shit in the bottom. Duct tape with that silver duct tape. Put the shit in there. Put all your stuff in there with styrofoam. Fill it with some fucking popcorn if you want to. You ain't got to. Put the same seal around the top. Put a rubber gasket with RTB, silicone. Glue it up there. Put a complete seal on it. Get you some bungee cords, step that shit down, and boom. EMP fucking proof. It's that fucking simple, people. And you can wrap it on the top with the Mylar once you put it together. Just saying. Shit is not complicated. They make everything complicated looking. Because you're not in that field and they make you believe you have to go through the school and have to be some genius. You gotta push beyond that. Okay? So I appreciate y'all. We reached the hour. That's what I wanted to do. Let me get the fuck off of here and we will be back. So I just thought I'd share that with you. And much respect, nothing but love. Ladies, brothers, and you still help me buy some goddamn, I shouldn't even have to ask. Maybe if I was in Alabama and threw some dukes and swam across the motherfucking lake, because I swim like a motherfucking fish. I'd have swam under the water. That little distance, I'd have been under. Swoom, swoom, swoom. I'm serious, y'all, for those who know about me swimming. And I came up on the end of that shit. I don't give a fuck. If you look like it's part of the problem, you gonna get dap. Let me stop. I'm going to find some shit. Okay, it's violence. No violence. Fuck that. I would have went up there and tapped some motherfucking lights. I would have fucking loved it. Niggas, you can see when niggas popping their legs around, there's too much energy. No focus, no training. People, you gotta train so that way you know exactly where your energy's going. If you got somebody that's running around with malicious hate and this, that, and other, acting terroristical, we're gonna use that term. And that's what the fuck it is on our soil. Then you gotta bring an arm to bear. You ain't got to be part of no fuck around coalition and all this other goofy shit based on black superior, this, that, and all this race-eyed fucking other. No, you need to know that this is your ancestral land. It don't matter what a goofy motherfucker say or what they dumbass believe in their fake world, and that's it. Bottom fucking line. Everything else is moot. All right? Appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. Motherfucker, though. Boy, them body shots and shit coming up. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Man, come on, man. Swing. Back, motherfucker. Come on, man. Shit.